Good morning. Today's topic is data frame. Here in this topic, you will know about the installation of data frame package in Julia and create a new data frame. Here you have how to create the new data frame. Different ways are there for creating the new data frame and then importing the data by using data frame package with the help of CSV file. And then another important one here is a data exploration and then indexing the data frame and summarizing the data frame. This is a today's agenda. Here, what is a data frame here? Here, data frame is a alternative for the pandas in a Python. Here, data frame is a two-dimensional data structure. Here, data frame is a mutable data structure. Here, that means mutable in the sense you can add mutable. You can add or delete some information. You can add or delete some information from the data frame here. Here, this is used to handling the tabular data. Unlike arrays, matrices, here data frame can hold columns of different data types. Here, the data frame package in Julia provides a data frame object here. The data frame is here is a object here, which is a that means which is provided by the data frame package here. Here, with the help of this data frame here, you will creating the table here tables and then this is a some information about the data frame here. Here install the installation of data frame package here. First that means if you are new person here, you should install the data frame package. How can you install the data frame package here? Here by using a command here, using package data frame. Here here using that means using pkg. Pkg already you know about the pkg. Pkg is a package manager here. Using package add here pkg dot add here the data frame here. Here you will write the data frames. Here the data one thing on one data frame, the same data frames. Here that means it takes sometimes here. If you adding this one here, it takes some time. Yeah, it okay, it added here. That means data frame added here. This means here, here in this case here installing the data frame package by using package here. And then the next important one here is a creating new data frame here. Here already I added this package previously, that's why it is a no changes available, updating, that's why already added, that's why it is creating this one. The next important thing here is a creating new data frame here. How can you create the new data frame? Here it's done in three ways. Here you will create the data frame package done in three ways here, using the single statement. And then second one is a by using column by column, by using row by row. That means with the help of single statement here, you will create the data frame here. Yeah, first you have to import the data frame package. Here I'm going to importing the data frame package with the help of using data frame. The next important thing here is I'm going to adding the data frame. If you execute this one here, it takes, yeah, it execute this one here. Yes, it is using, this is not found now. Data frames package. Yes, if you execute this one here, it is executing like this here. And then the first one here is using single statement, you will create the data frame. How can you create the data frame using single statement here? Here I'm going to the creating the data frame here. The data frame here is a df. For example, let us take def1 is a data frame. Here this data frame consists of what are the attributes for this data frame. The first attribute here is a employee number, employee name. Let us take salary. I am taking the 3 attribute here. For example, emp number is a one data set here, that values from that means this is a collection here, 1 to 5 comma employee name. I'm taking another one is a employee name. Employee name is a string type of attribute here. Here that means how can you represent the employee name here? The string type of attribute here. Here it's a starting from square bracket here. That means here employee names here. Employee names are Rama. That means you need to give a 5 different names. Otherwise, you say missing value. So, for example, Krishna. Another one here is a Rama Krishna, Ravi, and then another one. Let us take Uma. Here, for example, 4. I am giving the only 4 here. But the employee number takes the 5 values. Employee it takes a only four values I am giving. And then another one here is a employee salary. For example, employee salary. Employee salary equal to here no problem here. Employee salary. The salary takes a number value here. Takes square bracket here. 2,000 comma 20,000 comma 80,000 comma 6,000 comma and then 9,000. Here this is a way of creating the data frame here. Once that means here if you execute this one here, the data frame 1 consists of employee number of employee number starting from 1 to 5. It is having some error. What is the error here? The column employee number having the length 5 and ename having the 4. Yeah, it's that means you have to give another value here. Here if you take the missing, you may write a missing value, or otherwise I am giving the Bhima. If you execute this one here, it is producing the data frame like this here. Here, this is a one way creating the data frame. Here, by using single statement here, you are creating the data frame. Here, another way of creating the data frame here. How can you create the data frame here? By using add column statement. That means first I am going to creating the data frame. Here, this is called here empty data frame. It consists of empty. For example, if you take the data frame 2, it is a empty data frame. Here nothing was there. Here for this data frame 0 rows and 0 columns, I am going to adding some values to the data frame here. For example, df dot student. Let us take a student is a one table here. For example, df2 dot student number s number. Here df2 dot s number equal to, you may give values here, one one colon, for example let us take 3. Here add one column here. Similarly you may add the another column also. Here for example df2 dot, similarly for example df2 dot df2 dot, for example student number, student marks, marks. Let us take a simple information here. How can you represent the marks values here? Here with the help of square bracket here, you are taking the marks value here. For example 200 marks. Let us take simple 300 marks, and then 400 marks, and then okay enough. Okay enough. Here if you execute this one here, here marks also added to the data frame. Here let us take df2. Here if we execute this one here, df2. Here this is a another way creating the df2. Here what are the data frames here? The data frame consists of here two types. By using single statement one, other one is a we will take the column. That means you will add the column by column. That means one column, another column, another column. Here that is the way, in this way you will creating the data frame, second type of data frame. Another type of data frame here is there. Here, that means how can you create the data frame here? Create a new data frame by using row by row. Here, how can you create the row by row? Here, by using push not. Here, that means you will create the row by row. Here, how can you create this one here? By using push not. Push explanatory mark function. With the help of push explanatory mark function, you will creating the um, data frame here. Here, for example, I'm going to creating the data frame here with the help of, let us take a simple data frame. For example, A is a one column, B is another column. Let us take a simple data frame here for creating the row. It is a simple data frame. The data frame A and B. The name of the student number, student mark, instead of student number, student mark, I am taking the data frame here is A and B. Here is simply creating the A and B simple attributes. Here I want to here previously I added column by column. Now I'm going to adding this information row by row. How can I add this information here? By using push not function. Here the help of push not function, you will execute this one here, add the value A, 1 comma A, and then again you will take the second value here 2 comma. Let us take, if you add, if you add this function 2 comma 2 here, in this way, for example, if you take the df here, df, executing the df here, yes, here this is a third way for adding the columns here. Here in this, these three different ways for the data from the, another important one here, importing the data. Import the data, that means the using csv package. Here by using csv package, that means by using csv function, convert the data frame using the data frame package here. For example, first you have to add the csv package here. Already I added the csv package, for example using package add csv file. Yeah, it takes some time here. Shall I add? Yes, it takes some time. Yes, I already added the CSV package, CSV library. That's why it takes resolving the package version and updating. That means we are now having no changes here. Then you will execute the package here. Here, how can you execute the package here? Then using CSV. That means first you have to write the using CSV command. That means I am importing the CSV command here. Execute this one. After executing this one, next important one here is importing the file. How can you importing the file? By using data frame. Here you are going to importing the file. Here for that one, here is a, for example, df of csv. CSV is a file, CSV is a package here, CSV dot file, CSV dot file, and then you are writing the file name CSV dot cap, F capital or small. I don't know about that one. Okay, let us take file, file of here. What is the file here? That means here if you comes to here, you will have the different files are there. That means in our folder having the rg file, lrg file, iris file, decision tree, data frame. That means you will take any one of the file from here. For example, I am taking the lrg file here, lrg dot, lrg dot csv, csv. If you execute this one here, here that's the thing here is a lrg not defined. Okay, okay, yeah. If you execute this one here, it is giving some error. I don't know about that error. Yeah. Okay, leave it. Leave this one. Yeah, it is executing here. Here LRG consists of here thread 1 warning only found 1 by 2 columns around the data rows 5, fill remaining columns with missing. Okay, 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 it is having some error here. That means some data missing here, that's why it is giving error. No problem. Here, a df equal to data frame. The data frame consists of csv file like this. The csv file, in the csv file, age and salary. The age, that means 25, the corresponding salary, 28 corresponding salary, 29 corresponding in this way you will having the different salaries. Otherwise take another file. It's better to take another file. Let us take another file. Why? Because it is having missing data. RG, let us take RG file. Yeah, it is having how many rows and how many columns here? Here it is having 14 rows and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 columns are there. It is a data here for creating the decision tree here. For example, this data, what is the data? Age, youth. Here all are categorical attributes here. Income, high, low, and then student, S or no, and then credit rating, fair or excellent, and then whether being the computer or not. Here if it is a youth person, has income high, then the student is not a student, credit rating low, then he is not buying the computer. Here for that purpose, this data set having the that information is a this particular person buying the computer or not. That means it is a information about the some, for example, some company data. Let us assume here in for this one here, this is a data here. Here now the next important one here is a data exploration. The exploration here is a, it is exploring it bits by bit. Here show all columns and for example, I want to show rows and columns here. How can you show the rows and columns here? I want to show the all columns here. There is a show function is there. Here the show function used to um, giving the all rows. For example, all rows. For example, it is giving all rows here. These are all show function giving the all rows for this one. Similarly, all columns. For example, I want to know about the all columns here. Here, how can you get here all COLS columns? Here, it is giving the all columns of a table. Here, it's having here that's having no or rows, and then here this is a all columns for the table here, and then this is all rows and then all columns. Here after that, here what are the next thing here? All rows show top and bottom rows only. That means I don't need all data here. I need only six data. I need only 10 rows. For example, I need 5 rows here. Let us take 5 rows. Here for that one, here is a, here it is having like this. Here only 5 different rows it displays. And then I don't need all column first 5 rows. The head in the sense, that means from the first 5 rows here. Here I need only tile. Tile in the sense bottom rows here. Here bottom rows, bottom information. I have the, I need bottom 5 rows here. When you get the bottom 5 rows here, here tail df 5 rows. Here bottom 5 rows. Here the 14 row, 13 row. That means totally you have a 14 rows are there. Here in this way you will get the bottom 5 rows. Here that is a way. That means the size of the data frame here. I want to get the size here. How can you get the size here? Here you will, you want to know about the size of the data frame. There is a function here, is a size function. Here the size here, it's having the number of rows 14, number of columns 6 columns are there. In this way it shows the size of the column here. Here the summary function, another important function. What is the summary function here? It is a used to summarize the entire information. For that purpose here you are using the summary function. Here it's a how many rows are there, how many columns are there. That means it's summarizing the data here. Here 14 by 14, 6 data. That's way you will get the summarization. The next important one here is a, I want to get the column names of data frame. Here how can I get the columns names of data frame? Here you will use a names function. Here for example, names of df. The names of df function used to the column names. What are the column names here? RID, age, income, student. Here, these are all different column names for the student here. I want to description of data frame here. Here, description of data frame. If you want to get the description of data frame, you will have the describe function. Describe function is used to get the description of data frame here. Here, the description consists of some information about the data frame. Describe, describe df. Here it's a use a description. The entire description for the data frame. The data frame consists of what is the information. It takes some time. Describe, describe. Here the number of rows and columns. It displays the number of rows as well as the column. Here mean value. Here if it is a numerical data for the, that means only for the RID I am going to collecting the mean value, and then the minimum, median value, and then maximum value. Minimum value 1, maximum value 1, but only it's identify the numerical data only. That means unique value if there is missing value. Here for example, already the first already LR, the LRG function having the missing value. You, if you want to do that information, I can explain you. Some missing data is there. Previously I worked with the missing data LRG. Yeah, LRG function. Let us take a simple data frame. I am taking the data frame name dr4. Let us take here. How can you get the missing value? If there is missing value, for example, I'm going to take the data frame 4. Here the file here is a LRG. Let us take that's having some missing data here. Yeah, it is having some missing data here. Here one missing value is there. If it is a, if you want to know about that missing value, describe function describes the that missing value also. For example, describe. Here if you take the describe, describe df for data frame 4. Here it gives a some missing data information here. Yeah, it is identifying the mean value, the float. Here the minimum value 25 for the age, and then 1000 for this one. Median value, the median value. That means median. How can you get the median? Is the mean in the sense average here. Among the five here, middle value, median value, maximum value, unique value. Here in this salary here, some information missing here. Here previously that's not happened. Here if you comes to here, it does not happen for the unique here. Here having the missing value, and then alert type, real time, integer time. That means here in this way you will identify the, that means in this way you will perform the missing information. Here the next important one here is a indexing and filtering the data frame. Here how can you get the, that means accessing, how can you accessing the data frame? Uh, by using indexing. Here I want to access the some rows, selecting a specific row only, specific rows. For that purpose you will use a uh, for example, I want to know about the, for example, let us take a simple example here. Df of column 2. One, I need only for one to five rows, and then column in the sense columns are anything, all columns here. The all columns are required here. Here, this implies that 1 to 5 rows. Here the column you require all column. If you want to get the age only, if you want to know about the age, here for example, that gives a age related information. Youth to middle age, and then 1 to 5. You, I don't need age, I need all column related data. That's using all column related data here. That means in this case, the specific rows here. Here, selecting the specific rows as well as the columns here. Let us take, for example, specific rows. that means specific column already explained here. That means specific column. That means I need for example, for this one I need two columns here. For example, df of 1:1:5 only, comma, here colon age, comma, specific columns here, age as well as the income. I need income also here. If you want to get the income here, you may get the income in same colon income. Here it is a two different values. That's why take a bracket here. Here take a bracket. Yes, take a bracket here. This in this way you will access the column values. Here let us execute this one here. Execute this one. Two columns here. Income as well. That means it is used to specific columns. Specific column values here. The selecting the only one row here. Here that we may it's may possible. Here another one is a selecting only one column. Yeah, it's may be possible here. And then that is a way of representing the age. Here for example, okay, up to now selecting the rows here. You may select the column also. Here for example, you are selecting the column value. How can I selecting the column value here? Df, instead of here you may write this one column. Let us take a simple thing here is a select df comma age consists of how many columns here? 5. Yeah, this is a some information regarding the different selecting the different columns, different rows. Here the another important one here is a grouping of summarizing the data. Here grouping the data. Here how can we group the data here? Here grouping. Here what is the way for grouping the? Yeah, I want to group the data. Before grouping the data, I should know about the what are the numerical values, what are the categorical values. Here, if you take the DF4, DF4 consists of here age is a numerical value, salary also a numerical value. Here there is a missing information is there. That's why it's producing some error here. Here first you have to numerical value. For the numerical value colon age, I am taking the numerical data only. Here that means num df consists of numerical data. Here I am going to perform num dl. Here what is that is having only numerical data. Yes, it is having the numerical data. And then I am performing the aggregate function on num dl. Here if you performing the aggregate function, it produces the average sum. That means the sum, you may perform the sum function on the average function, or not only average, aggregate functions are sum, average, count, and so on. Here sum in the sense sum of the age value. For example, if you take the age, the sum for the all 25 plus 27 plus and so on, and it gives a output as a 356. I want to count how many age count is there. Count function, if you apply the count function, the count value it is produced, it is taking some error. The count the boolean. Okay, here for that purpose you are taking print function. They better aggregate the data. For aggregating the data here, you will better to take the print function. Here from the print function, yes, it is giving the some value without any error. Yeah, I think count not available. If it is available, I want to know about the AVG average function. AVG function average also not available. Average some like that minimum value, maximum value of minimum of it is also not available. Yes, here okay, only sum only available for this function. Here I'm going to aggregate in the sum of the information. That means it gives a sum value. Here in this way you will performing the aggregate operation here. Here that means for example, you may perform the product function also. Product is one of the aggregate function. Yes, it will works. The product function will works. Aggregate of some of them product. The product of average. Mm, it is input. That means it is producing. Yeah, it is producing product like this here. The product of 11 numbers are there. That means those numbers, yeah, the product will works. The product of every number from the age 25 into 27 into 20 here, that's a value 29 into that, and that's a product value here. It's produces a single number. Another important point in this case here is a joining data. Here, how can you join the data here? If you want to join the data, you should have the common field. Based on the common field only, you will join the data here. That means for that purpose here you need a two data frames. Here from the two data frames you will join the data. For example, already you have a employee data. Here, what is the employee data? Take the employee data. Here already you have employee data. DF, what is that one? That is DF1, I think, maybe. Okay, otherwise you may create the employee table also. For example, let us take already user data. Take the data, describe. Okay, 1 minute. Yeah, here you having the data frame df1 equal to, the data frame consists of four columns here: employee number, employee name, employee salary, and then department number. Here you have a department number table is there. I need another table. That means if you want to join table, in the sense you require two tables, two data frames here. Let us take a simple data frame, another data frame. I am taking the data frame, the data. Let us take simple data frame here. For example, I am taking the data frame 2. The data frame consists of important things here is a, the, for example, DEPT number. The DEPT number is a one. Here DEPT number equal to, the DEPT number consists of some elements here. For example, DEPT 10, DEPT 20. Let us take, you may write the DEPT department 10 here, comma, for example, another one here is a department 20, another one here is a department 30. Let us a string value department 30. Another one here is a department 40. Here let us take, yeah, department 40. Okay, another one department, let us take simple enough. Here department 10, department 20, department 30. Yeah, four departments are there. And then I need a department name. For example, department name equal to, what are the department here? Four departments are there. Four department here is a, the first department name is a, for example, let us take CSC department. The second department name here is a IT department. And then third department name here is a ECE department. Square bracket, required square bracket, EC department. And then fourth department here is a triple E department. Let us say take this one here. Okay, enough. Two rows are enough. Execute this one. It is taking, what is the problem? Yeah, if you execute a department number here, if you see these two tables, if you see these two tables here, the department number common to these two tables here. In the employee table having the department number, and then the department table having the department number. Then only from this information you will join the two tables here. How can you join these two tables here? That by using join function. Here you will join employee and then department here on, here join here. What are the tables here? DF1 comma, second table here is a DF2 and then comma. Here based on what you are joining here, based on a employee number on equal to colon, on equal to colon equal to department number. Based on that means you required common field. Here what is the common field in this case? Here on DPT number, based on a department number you are going to joining the two tables. After joining these two tables here, you are having the data here, um, all information. That means department number, department name. Yeah, yeah, this is a output here. If you see this output here, here department number, department name, this value. This is a way of representing the, that means you are combining the department name also. See this one. For example, you are combining the employee number table and then a department table here. If you, that means you may perform the left outer join, right outer join. Here, the what are the left outer join? It's showing the all information about the left table as well as, for example, take this one. I want to perform the left outer join. Here, for example, say take this uh, department table, join table. Here, take this join table. How can you perform the left outer join? Let us take a simple data here. I am taking this table. I am taking this one here. Here I'm going to perform in the left outer join here. Here how can you perform the left outer join here? Kind equal to left. Here based on a kind value, here is a, let us take kind equal to left. It performs the left outer join. Here it takes a left table information, that means that's value, the left table information. For example, employee number, employee name, added here. For example, take this one, right outer join. I want to perform the right outer join. If you perform the right outer join, that means left outer join in the sense it gives left table information, all information as well as the equality. For example, right right outer join. That means it's gives a right outer table information only. In this way, you will perform the left outer join and then right outer join here. And then another important one here. After that, you will export the file also. For example, how can you exporting that file here? It is a way of exporting the file. For example, export output. That means you may write the file some other location by executing this one. That means it is given some other. Okay, thank you. In this way, you will perform the